JD's Lineman, welcome back to the channel. I'm back on some Black Ops 6, as not surprising to me, at least. I'm gonna say it now. Call of Duty has finally admitted to what they've been doing for a while now that we've already known. I'll be honest with you, a majority of us have already known, and they finally admit that they have no soul left for the franchise, most likely. Yesterday, Charlie Intel tweeted this out. Activision has now confirmed some in-game content in Call of Duty is AI generated. As you can see right here about the game, this is like the store page description. This is like all the way down at the very bottom of it, talking about the game. Right here, saying AI generated content disclosure. The developers describe how their game uses AI generated content. Our team uses generative AI tools to help develop some in-game assets. I'll be honest with you, it's not very surprising. I think a lot of us already knew about this. All the tinfoil hat wearers of the Call of Duty scene, you know, we already knew this. And there was some backlash for us saying that AI was being used for the game. Some people could just genuinely care less. I kind of care because what it has done to the zombie side of things, for sure, like the voice acting and voice lines in zombies. This just confirms what we've all been seeing and looking at for a while now. Now, here's where my brain gets to turn and it's genuinely confusing, and I want to know more about the AI generated content they use in the game. It just says right here, generative AI tools help developers some in-game assets. What is some? What is some? What game assets are you guys using generative AI tools to help develop? I genuinely want to know that. I wish they would tell us that. Going in the comments really quick though, Hunter even saying what I literally just said, outside of skins, what are they using AI for? That is a gigantic question that I think they should probably come out and just admit. Zach right here says, such as voice acting, we talked about zombies a second ago, skins, emblems, calling cards, loading screens. I remember the six-fingered zombie skin from around Christmas time. I remember that. I remember this was a big hot topic around the community. Some people saying, haha, funny, it's not even actually a finger, it's his skin falling off his hand. Call of Duty told us they use it, so some is a massive understatement, including some horribly designed buildings, I'd imagine. Community-wise, not really that surprising. Like, a good majority of us knew what was going on, and we knew that they were being scumbags and just taking corners and just, you know, doing stuff like this. But, there were a good amount of people that simply said either no they're not or they didn't care. And obviously, to each their own. If you don't care that they're using AI tools to make any of the content or the game itself, which I think they're using it to make the game itself, that's okay. But it takes the soul out of all of it. It genuinely does. It takes the soul out of all of it. Because, like Hunter said a second ago in the comment section, outside from the skins, what are they using it for? I mean, we just had the TMNT event drop, right? Magically, I think today or yesterday probably, this Mastercraft bundle came out for $30. What in the freaking tits? And like, obviously, like I said, like, it's up to you if you want to use or get any of this stuff, obviously. Really does not matter at the end of the day. But this opens up the discussion to what else are they using AI for? Is it map design, the anti-cheat, which is essentially non-existent in the first place, fixing things in the game or the code, making the code? What does Warzone side of things look like? Obviously, it's definitely help with the store. What has AI's hands been used to help develop in this game and in Warzone now, as they have actively simply admitted it's happening? We can obviously take guesses all day, every day under the sun, but I would, at this point, I would just love for them to tell us, it's this, it's this, it's this, and it's this. This is being made by humans and developed by humans and looked at by humans. This was made by humans. This was made with help by an AI and a human. This was solely made by an AI. Could you just tell us? That's the next step here. I think that's the next step, is telling us that. And I'm gonna assume, until they tell us, obviously, what is and isn't being used with AI, I'm gonna say almost everything is being helped and used, getting help from AI development. I'm gonna say everything. Screw it. I'm over it. I'm just gonna assume each and every single thing has its hand in on it in some way, shape, and form. AI is being used for the entire development of any of these new updates they're coming out with, any of these new maps they're thinking about making in the first place. Whole 9 yards. Screw it. I'm gonna say everything is until they prove us wrong. Because it's not a crazy idea to say that, because they admit it is being used in general. So why not? Let's just blanket statement the entire video game. The entire game is getting help and getting some form of AI use out of Warzone, zombies, multiplayer. Campaign even too. Screw it. Why not? The entire thing is getting help. Call me crazy, but they've told us they're using it, so hey, that makes sense as to why the entire thing would be. They got AI's hands are everywhere in this entire video game, honestly.
Shoot
GG's. That was a stinker of a game for me. I'm not gonna lie. I suck. A random nade from downtown blows me up. Really? What? I want to watch this. Alright, the flinch put him on my head. How come my nuts till they hurt, bro? If I'm holding the sniper, I'm missing by a mile. A country mile. If I'm getting shot at all whatsoever by anybody. Like, what do you mean?
Hardpoint lockdown. Secure. Hostile attached to hardpoint. Hardpoint lockdown. Hostile at the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. We got the lead. Now hold it.
I'm on your side. Heads up. Thermo.
Hardpoint active. Hostiles attached to hardpoint. No battles to second place. Crush those dirtbags. Proceed authorizing UAV mission. Hardpoint located. Hostiles attached to hardpoint. Hardpoint is secured.
That's right, Dick.
It is no surprise AI is obviously being used from Activision and Call of Duty, Microsoft, the whole 9 yards. Everyone behind this entire franchise is just going to use AI at this point. Once again, I'd love to know exactly what is being used because, like I said earlier, I'm going to blanket statement and say the entire top to bottom construction, development of the entire game itself, from updates to small bug fixes to content, map design, from emblems, calling cards, everything you can name about the game itself is in some way, shape, or form getting help from AI tools. The soul is gone in Call of Duty, obviously. That's been a known thing for a while now. Some of us have come to terms with that, some of us haven't, and that's okay. I would really love for them just to be transparent at this point and just tell us, and at least we could all be on the same page and we know what is and isn't being used. I don't think we will ever find that out. Let's just be honest.